students at Northampton High School have reported a series of strange and seemingly unexplainable events around the school. However, administration has stated that there is nothing to worry about. We talked to students, teachers, and
the camera's dead.
I just changed the batteries.
I'll get new ones. Let me in.
I can't. It won't move. Oh my God. This is just like the stuff the students have been talking about.
I'm out of here.
No, come back.
I'm sorry.
Hello?
People who lost family members and sustained injuries and damages from a 2021 typhoon are targeting oil and gas company Shell, saying that carbon emissions from the company resulted in climate change that intensified the typhoon. If Shell fails to offer a satisfactory response to the victims' requests for compensation, they say they are prepared to sue the company. As a result of the federal government shutdown, families who rely on the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program may be at risk of losing their benefits. Pennsylvania, Texas, Nevada, North Dakota, New Jersey, and New York are among the states that have issued notices warning that SNAP benefits would not be paid out until the shutdown is over and they receive funding from the federal government. In other news, the Massachusetts K-12 Graduation Council is considering new requirements for high school graduation after MCAS was eliminated as a requirement. The council says that students would demonstrate mastery through, quote, specific courses that are designed, administered, and scored by the state, promoting a uniform standard across Massachusetts.
Hello and welcome to the Transcript. This week, Teacher Spotlight talks to Trevor, Tiny Desk hosts to concert, we investigate the CS2 market crash, Indie Games reviews games, and we talk Junior Achievement Fair and Spirit Week.
Welcome to Teacher Spotlight. Today we interviewed Trevor the hall monitor about playing guitar.
I started playing guitar back in 2020 when my father got me an electric guitar for my 20th birthday. My dad was a big music fan, so I grew up listening to a lot of the classics growing up, like the Beatles, The Who, Velvet Underground, a lot of stuff from the 90s and early 2000s that really shaped my taste nowadays, I'd say. As a kid, I remember listening to a lot of newer music as it was being released, like Vampire Weekend, Self-Titled. I remember when that first came out. Having this type of connection to music really helped me want to pursue music and want to start playing an instrument myself. And that's how I got started playing guitar. Some of my inspirations would definitely include Hole. I remember Live Through This being an album I would listen to a lot when I first started playing guitar. And a lot of the songs off that album just have a lot of really easy to play chords, and they're just good for people just starting out with guitar. I spent a lot of time learning music online and the internet. YouTube and other guitar apps were really great resources. That's one thing I really like about this hobby, is that it's really accessible to anyone, even if you don't have a lot of money. I do not make my own music, but I'd like to one day. I think anyone starting out with guitar should just find some of their favorite albums, their favorite artists, favorite songs, and just do covers and practice. And from there, you can kind of figure out what you kind of like to do, your own sort of style and whatnot. I would say I find a lot of time for my hobby after work. It's a great way for me to relax and also practice being mindful, I guess. It's a great way for me to feel present and grounded. And for me, it's just a great way to express myself. I would say my hobby helps me connect with students because I know music is a big part of everyone's lives. Everyone has a favorite artist, favorite band, favorite song. So I really like to connect with people in school in that way and build connections, I'd say. In my day-to-day job, I am a paraeducator / campus monitor. So overall, I would say my job description is a student and teacher aide. I'd say the most important part of my job is being there for students and supporting the student body in any way I can. I think musical classes are really beneficial for students. I think it's a great outlet for students and also a great way to develop yourself as an artist and evolve.
Hello, we are Chicken Unlimited. We are made up of Thomas, Wiley, Max, and myself, Arla. We've got a little thing written for you today. We hope you enjoy. Wiley, take it away. Come to our show on Halloween, 4th period, in the little black box.
What do you think about the status of the genre right now?
I think the FPS genre is actually quite healthy right now.
Healthy?
I would
words, everything's gone to shit. And it's also impacting some other items that are used.
Now that Valve
This is by far the most impactful figure. I am now $2,000 poorer than I was before this update.
It's impossible to predict the future.
So let's talk about it. Counter-Strike 2. Counter-Strike 2 is a popular first-person shooter game and the sequel to Counter-Strike Global Offensive, or CSGO. 1 year after the release of CSGO, an update was released dubbed the Arms Deal Update. This update included the addition of a skins market, a place where players could buy and sell in-game cosmetic skins for their items using real money to do so. Shortly after the original market was added, players began to generate profit through the case system, in which players paid to randomly roll for a chance to get a rare skin. Rare skins proved to be valuable, with some of them costing upwards of $1.5 million. This market was extremely volatile. When the sequel to CSGO, Counter-Strike 2 released, the games market had opened up and proved to be just as profitable as the first. On October 23rd, the developers of Counter-Strike 2 released a new update named the Trade Up Update, which introduced a new trade-up system that allowed for 5 rare items to be traded for a chance at what were extremely expensive items. This proved to be catastrophic. The rarest items in the game quickly became much more common, overhauling the game's economy and destroying the price of these items. In just 1 hour, more than $3 billion were lost.
I see a lot of people talking about the crash initially being kind of Valve's way of driving people towards the Steam market instead of third-party sites to get the prices down, because Steam market, obviously, it has an $1,800 limit that you can sell items on, and most of these knives and gloves are much more expensive than $1,800. So they're not selling them on the Steam market, and they're not getting a cut from the sales on the Steam market. So a lot of people are thinking that they wanted to drive the price of knives and gloves down and then drive the price of reds up.
I feel like all they're doing is trying to remove the third-party websites and the gambling websites, because those websites do sometimes have quite scummy mechanics in them. So I feel like they're trying to get rid of them to make it easier. And since they haven't removed the $1,800 market cap per item, I feel like they are not as money hungry as people deem them to be. I feel like they're just trying to remove the risks from their game and like remove the most of the hate for the game gets from the gambling side.
Thank you for watching this week's segment. The Counter-Strike 2 market, while in its recovery stage, is still experiencing significant volatility. We do not recommend investing or promote any in-game purchases at this time, nor will the transcript ever provide financial advice. Please proceed with caution and remember to do your own research before making any decisions.
Breaking news. Video games still exist, and there are even more of them than we thought. Welcome back to the Indie Game Roundup, where I review video games that you may not have heard of. Today, we're reviewing 2 video games you should play that are vaguely related to Halloween. As someone who doesn't know how to play chess, Hating Tactics answers the age-old question of, what if chess, but also Slay the Spire? Hating Tactics is a roguelike deck-building auto-battler where your goal is to defeat the 6 Wings of Hell, to return to the land of the living, and reclaim Hell for its rightful owner, Fate. The game has you playing as one of 3 unique heroes, journeying through Hell, fighting enemies, upgrading your deck, and recruiting new members to join your team. Hating Tactics mixes the turn-based strategy of a card battler with a real-time auto-battler, switching you back and forth between playing your cards to benefit your team, and then watching them fight the hordes of enemies. This unique gameplay mix, along with playing on an actual board, creates an excellent strategy game, where you have to balance what cards to play, when to play those cards, and which enemies your unit should prioritize. Cards like Bishop or Rook Slide allow you to move enemies, shoving them into each other, or yourself. The main downside of Hating Tactics is that it is quite the information overload, and the style of the game means that it took me quite a bit to understand everything actually going on. Also, like any game with consumables, I either forgot about them completely or decided they would be better used later, which means I didn't use them at all. Overall, if you're interested in a strategic deck-building roguelike game that isn't exactly like every other strategic deck-building roguelike game, consider checking out Hating Tactics on Steam. If you're looking for a deck building game with a unique style that lets you build your own style of deck without actually deleting all of your progress as soon as you make a mistake, Black Book might be the game for you. A deck building RPG based on Northern Slavic mythology, you play as Vasilisa, a young girl destined to be a witch who was raised by old Yegor the Khaldun, who is basically a wizard or a witch. Vasilisa seeks to obtain the true power of the Black Book by breaking the 7 seals and then resurrect her dead husband, who died under mysterious circumstances. Black Book is a very unique game with a great setting. The game's combat, while simple, is entertaining, and even early on you're able to see various plans or combos you can put together. While very reminiscent of other deck builders, the combat does feel distinct enough to feel like its own thing. Outside of combat, the game plays somewhat like a visual novel, having you make various preset choices when talking to someone. Unlike some other games, conversations in this game are actually meaningful, with each option leading to different outcomes and possibly giving you Sin, a tracker of how bad of a person you've been. Additionally, the game will occasionally quiz you on its own lore and story, which is stressful every time it comes up, no matter how easy it is. The biggest shortfall of Black Book is in its 3D segments. There aren't many, but whenever they show up, the movement is clunky, and it's not clear where you actually can and can't move. Also, Vasilisa walks quite slowly, which can be quite annoying. Overall, Black Book is a fun card game with a setting I've never seen in a video game before. If any of this sounds interesting to you, consider checking out the game on Steam or GOG, or its free demo, only available on GOG. Thank you for listening to me talk about video games. I hope you found some new indie games to play, or at least add to your wishlist to eventually play. I'm Oliver, and thanks for watching the Indie Game Roundup.
This Tuesday, NHS hosted a Junior Achievement Fair, an event where NHS students learn about a range of career options and volunteers share information about their professions. Students ask questions as they move from station to station. We talked to the director of Junior Achievement Western Mass and NHS Juniors to learn more.
Junior Achievement serves young people ages 5 to 25 with learning experiences focused on financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and work readiness. Sometimes we describe that also as career exploration. We do financial literacy fairs, which we call teen reality fairs, where students can practice being a 25-year-old and make some of those lifestyle and financial decisions without any penalty. So they're able to just practice and make mistakes and learn from them.
I think when you're a kid, you don't really think about kind of like things that seem boring, like a mortgage payment, but at some point, I'm gonna have to start thinking about it, and it just gives me a frame that I'll understand.
This was actually a partnership with your administration. They know that we do bring these learning experiences to other high schools, and they invited us to come and share this experience with your students, and then we recruit volunteers from the community to make the experience come alive.
I kind of realize that there are probably a lot more kind of financial responsibilities that I'll have to be looking out for as I get older, and I think this provided like a really good kind of insight in what I should expect in the future.
Thanks for watching. If you're interested in learning more from the resources Junior Achievement offers, check out the link on screen. See you next week.
As many of you know, last week was Booster Week, and school spirit was off the charts.
The pep rally was one for the books. Starting it off, a new game called Noodle Ball was introduced, and Eli Reed led the juniors to victory. Seniors won dodgeball. We learned that Oliver Kohler is the fastest eater in the school, giving the juniors a win in the pie eating competition. Participants left the diner race battered and bruised, with the sophomores getting themselves their first win of the day. The seniors vs. faculty ended with a stunning victory for the staff in tug-of-war. And at the last second, knockout was added back to the games, and the juniors dominated, with Emmy Calkins and Eli Reed being the last one standing. Overall, the seniors won the pep rally and Spirit Week as a whole.
Our football team won their second game of the season, shutting out Commerce by 45 points. We mucked up quarterback Dion Cadiz in his 3-touchdown performance.
My name is Dion Cadiz, and I'm going to be mucked up today. PD! That's my work! No! That's not it. If I can tackle for a loss, I'm actually Give me the ball. Stop talking. Sorry. Ref. Hey, I'm not saying anything. I haven't said anything. Still yapping. Go. Talking. You got me. Yo, Dan. I seen a twitch. No, you did not. I seen a twitch. I did not move. Somebody twitched. Go. I'm the greatest of them all. I am the greatest.
The homecoming dance was fun, with the theme as Vogue and people showing off their elite dance moves, cover-worthy outfits, and an epic return of the dinosaurs.
We think homecoming is pretty cool. What do you think, Giovanni?
I think it's going amazing and it's awesome.
Yeah, there's really good songs and stuff. It's really fun tonight. What do you think?
I think every song they're playing is a banger.
Hi, I'm Mason Nintendo, 9th grade co-secretary with Nils. So far this year, I feel like our school's pep has been extremely good. We're always loud, especially during the rally. It was great. I feel like we gotta have more people dancing, get in the mosh pits though during the dance. We have to get loud, we have to be together. It'll be really fun.
Last week was really fun. Thank you everyone for participating.
Today I'm walking around Northampton High School to see what people are going to be for this Halloween. Who am I here with today?
Jaden Bent.
What are you going to be for Halloween?
I'm gonna be Drake May.
Who am I here today?
Oliver. Will. Reese. Matt. Austin. Shelby.
What are you guys going to be for Halloween?
I'm gonna be a skeleton.
I'm gonna be Dexter.
I'm going as McLovin from Superbad.
I'm gonna be Charlie Brown. I'm gonna be a pimp.
I will wear a tinfoil hat.
Who am I here today?
This is Fisherman Cassidy.
What are you going to be for Halloween?
Well, I love Halloween, best holiday, so I'm going to be 5 different things. I was a Greek philosopher, non-Euclidio. Today, I'm Fisherman Cassidy. And tomorrow, I think I might be an elf. I'm going to be a star, and then Princess Bubblegum.
Who am I here today?
Sonny Ferrari.
What are you going to be for Halloween?
I'm gonna be a ref.
Who am I here today?
Abby.
What are you going to be for Halloween?
Poison Ivy.
Thank you for watching Hallway Hot Takes.
Thanks for watching. There's an All Hallows Eve live music performance today during 4th period in the Black Box Theater. I'll see you there.
We're talking about the transcript.